Clive Burr was one of the most beloved band members by all Iron Maiden fans and definitely was among the most influential drummers of new wave of British heavy metal movement overall.
I just fitted in with them. Just clicked.
So what we can do today is take a look at some of the isolated drum parts performed by the legendary Clive Burr with Iron Maiden on their first 3 studio records, just to remind ourselves how incredible he actually was, and then discuss a little something about Clive overall. Here you go. By the way, did you know that Gangland is one of the only 2 songs co-written together with Clive Burr? And do you know which the other one is? Well, the one that has almost replaced it on the Number of the Beast album. Clive Burr joined Iron Maiden in 1979, replacing Doug Sampson, as the band was preparing to release their debut album.
He just came down for an audition and played Transylvania and a couple of other songs like that.
I hadn't even learned them, you know, I just played along with them.
But before Iron Maiden, Clive was actually already able to make a name for himself, playing in yet another new wave of British heavy metal band, known to pretty much every Iron Maiden fan, and which ironically might be the biggest donor of band members for Iron Maiden, that one of course being Samson. And interestingly enough, if we take a look at the early demos and recordings of Iron Maiden performing before 1979, which I made a lot of episodes about on our Up the Iron series already, so I'm not going to include them here, you can watch those later on if you want to. But we will be able to hear that it is with Clive Burr, with whom Iron Maiden were actually able to solidify their early sound and take it to an absolutely new level. In fact, I would actually argue that without Clive Burr behind the kit, Iron Maiden's first 3 albums, Iron Maiden, Killers and The Number of the Beast, would never be able to fully stand out the way they did from the other new wave of British heavy metal records of that period, as it was his powerful, dynamic, and at the same time rather emotional drumming that has helped the band develop their galloping rhythm we all know Iron Maiden for. One of the most standout Clive Burr qualities, in my opinion, was his ability to balance aggression with finesse. As for him, drumming was much more than just keeping rhythm or provide a steady backbone for the band to build on, but it was more about adding texture and dynamics to their music, which we all know he did masterfully. And in fact, if we take a look at Clive Burr's later recordings after he departed from Iron Maiden in 1982, we can hear that all of them have that sound which is so unique to Clive Burr and Clive Burr only. Oh, by the way, fun fact, after parting ways with Iron Maiden, Clive Burr briefly played in a French metal band Trust, whose previous drummer was nobody else but Nico McBrain, who replaced Clive in Iron Maiden. And even more, after 1982, Clive actually remained rather closely connected to the Iron Maiden family, and even had a chance to play for a short while in one band with Yannick Gers, in addition to Paul Diana, Dan Stratton, and all the other Iron Maiden band members whom he had the pleasure of cooperating after his departure with Iron Maiden. But anyways, it is precisely because of his unique drumming style, which in my opinion could only have been compared to that of Les Binks, that Clive Burr was able to become one of the most influential drummers in metal overall, with dozens of incredible metal drummers, including for example Dave Lombardo, citing Clive as their main influence. And although he's been a member of Iron Maiden for only 3 short years, Clive Burr forever will remain a part of the Iron Maiden family, leaving an enormous mark on the development of heavy metal. But anyways, what do you guys personally think about Clive Burr's drumming, and do you agree that without him, Iron Maiden would never be able to become who they are today? Please let us know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching this short video, guys, and thank you so much for supporting me, this show, and Ukraine through this very difficult time. We will prevail. Slava Ukraini!